So I haven't been doing live streams on my main channel regularly, which is a Christian channel. It's called Bible Flockbox, because right now I'm using mobile internet and my download and upload speeds are not good enough to do live streams. Now, I did have a fiber optic internet connection before, and that was working just fine, but what happened is my contract with that internet service provider ran out, and I didn't want to renew it because we're about to move soon, and I had another contract with another internet service provider at the same time for mobile internet, and so I started using that. Now, the odd thing is, I have the same internet service provider which provides me with mobile internet to my house and also to my phone, but when I do a speed test on my phone compared to my laptop behind me, then I get better results on my phone. So that got me to thinking, why am I getting better download and upload speeds when I do a speed test on my phone compared to my laptop behind me? So I started doing some reading about it, and it turns out chances are it probably has to do with the router that I'm using for my mobile internet at home. Sorry if it's kind of dark and hard to see because my router is in a corner of my closet, which is not very well lit. But the kind of router I have is manufactured by an internet service provider here in Poland called Plus, and the model number is DWR-116. Now, the way this router works is you put your LTE SIM card in a pen drive looking object and you plug it into the router, and you can either hardwire the router to your computer or you can connect to your internet via Wi-Fi, pretty much like a regular router. Now, the reason I bought that router is because it was the cheapest mobile LTE router that I could find, and I thought all mobile LTE routers are created equal, but I recently discovered that's not the case because I started watching YouTube videos comparing different mobile LTE routers. Speed tests were done on them, and the results between some of them were drastically different. So after doing some research, watching some speed tests, and reading some reviews, I ordered this router, which is a TP-Link 300 megabits Wi-Fi 4G LTE router, model number TL-MR6400. Now, even though this new router that I purchased was several times more expensive than my old router, it wasn't all that much because my old router cost me like $15 or $20. Like I said, it was the cheapest one that I could find. And this new router was like $120. I'll leave a link in the video description to this new router that I purchased or one similar to it if you want to upgrade your own router. But before I do that, the moment of truth. I'm going to run a speed test on my old router and then hook up my new router and do a speed test and see how much of a difference it makes. So I'm on the website speedtest.net. This is a good website if you want to check your internet speed. And let's click go and see what happens. Now my ping is 19. I don't necessarily know what that means because I'm not an expert when it comes to internet speed, at least when it comes to ping. But first it's going to measure my download speed, which it looks like is going to be around 1920 megabits a second. Okay, 18.29. And now it's going to measure my upload speed. I need at least 10 to be able to do a decent live stream on YouTube. Most time I don't get 10 though. I get like 6 or 7. These are actually good results for the router that I'm using right now. So the upload speed in this case was 11 megabits per second. Okay, I had to move to the kids' room because my kids are on vacation right now and my wife is putting them to sleep on the fold-out couch in the living room. Now, before I go ahead and install this new router, I just want to share some details with you about it because it sounds promising. For example, it allows you to achieve a maximum download speed of 150 megabits a second, along with an upload speed of 50 megabits a second. And it also shares a Wi-Fi network with maximum speed of 300 megabits a second on 2.4 gigahertz for gaming, streaming, and more. And that's one of the things I need it for, streaming. Supposedly, it gives you a stable network connection all throughout your house. And it has additional benefits like there is a SIM card reader built into the router, unlike my old router where I had to put my SIM card in a pen drive and then plug it into the router. You can connect up to 32 devices to it. It has a simple management system, and also you can plug an Ethernet cable to it and connect it directly to your computer. So now I got the router out of the box, and this is what you get in the box. You get the router itself, you get an Ethernet cable, you get 2 antennas, you get a power brick, and you get a quick installation guide along with some other documents, and oh yeah, a SIM card adapter. So now I have my new router installed. It was a pretty easy process. The box says plug and play, although it's not quite plug and play. After I hooked up this router to my laptop, I did have to visit their website and type in the PIN code for my SIM card. But that was really easy. It was like a two-step process. And I currently have this router plugged into my computer through an Ethernet cable. So as you can see, according to my internet connection icon on my desktop, I'm hardwired in, and when I click on that, you can see my router name, which is TP-Link FF44. And now for the moment of truth. I'm on speedtest.net, and I'm going to do a speed test to test the internet speed, the upload and download speed of my new router. I think the download speed of my old router was like 18 to 20 megabits a second, and my upload speed was around 10. And immediately you can see a significant increase in my download speed of around 35 megabits a second, 35 or 36. Let's see what the final result is going to be, 34.90. And my upload speed is around 7 or 8. It doesn't look like my upload speed changed too much according to this speed test. Let's see, the final result was around 8 megabits per second. So I just went back to double check my download and upload speed with my old router, and the download speed was 18 megabits a second and the upload speed was 11 megabits a second. So with my old router, I had a better upload speed according to the speed test. But there was also a difference in ping. So I looked this up to get a better understanding of this on Google, and it says ping, also called latency. Ping is the reaction time of your connection, how quickly your device gets a response after you've sent out a request. A fast ping means a more responsive connection, especially in applications where timing is everything, like video games. Ping is measured in milliseconds. There was a big difference in the ping with my last router compared to my new router. The ping on my last router was 19 milliseconds, and the ping on my new router is 27 milliseconds. So that means my internet connection with my new router should be more responsive. And it definitely does seem more responsive. For example, when I open web pages up, it just seems snappier and quicker. And I'm also able to watch videos like this one on 4K at 60 frames a second smoothly, which was impossible with my last router. One more thing, when I installed my new router and started recording the process, that was actually last night. The recording that you're watching right now is from the next day. And I did a speed test last night after I installed my new router, but I didn't record it because it was already really late and my kids were asleep in the room and I didn't want to turn the lights on. And I got an upload speed of up to 15 megabits a second, which I never got with my old router. So I don't know, maybe upload speed varies during the time of the day you test your speed. Sometimes where your router is placed, that could make a difference. And I moved my router just up a little bit, like an inch, and let's see how that goes. All right, the ping is really high, 37. The download speed is around 30 megabits a second. 28 to 30 it looks like. Okay, 29.05, and the upload speed is, whoa, look at that. That was a nice jump. That is actually amazing compared to what I was getting before. 18.65 megabits a second. That's double what I was getting practically with my last router. In conclusion, the new TP-Link router that I bought was definitely worth it. The results justify the purchase. And again, if you want to get one for yourself, if you have like an older cheap router like I had and you want to upgrade because you're not satisfied with your internet speed, I'll leave a link in the video description to this router or a model similar to it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. Click on the screen to check out some more of my videos. And if you have any suggestions about videos you would like me to make in the future, then feel free to leave them down in the comments section. Thank you for watching.